Well, hey, Spuddies, it's your guy, Potato McWhiskey. We're gonna play a little Civilization today, you know how it is. And I am the guy who likes to play Civilization. Yeah, it's me, the Civ guy. Yeah. So, what am I doing that Christopher Walken plays Civilization? When you know that you have to bring your country from the Stone Age. I think I can do the cadence, but I can't really do the accent. Isn't he from New York? What a weird New York accent. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Teddy! I like Teddy's little suspenders. Look at those. Look at that little eagle. Oh, Teddy, if only you could see what had happened in America right now. Although, you know, I wonder. Anyway, listen. We're playing Civ 6. I did a weird intro. We're playing a Manitor Nubian Empire. We did just get the Chancery building, which does give us a spy. We could start looking at the trade externally with Visselbanken if we wanted to. I don't know. It sounds kind of sussy baka to me. I forgot to unlock the Harbour Adjacency card, so I'm just going to plug in Urban Planning because we don't plan to build any more builders for a little while. Let me go to the Culture tab. We'll grab Naval Tradition because that's where the Naval Infrastructure card is. Of course, naturally we want that because we're getting our shipyards online. Shipyards get +1 production on unimproved coast, but more importantly, it gets bonus production equal to the adjacency bonus of the harbour district. And so if you double your harbour adjacency, you double your shipyard bonus. I really like the Chancery, so I'm going to go ahead and get that first because I like the influence per turn. We got the Holy Site in Kawa. We do need to convert this city to feed the Crusade so that we can actually start to benefit from that in a proper way. We'll go straight for the harbour to continue pumping up our production. And otherwise, I'm just spamming farms out here because that's the kind of guy that I am. I'm a farm spammer. You know, I hid this watch up my prison wallet. Hey, it's Yongle. Yongle always has really crazy stats. Fucking Yongle. Like that son of a gun. Oh, we found some more honey. Believe it or not, we may have actually found a continuation of this continent. That's a crazy continent right there. What's this? Congo Craton. I am tempted to get settlers up there. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. Being attacked. There's a tiny fluffy creature sleeping on the floor behind me, and she is goddamn adorable. If you don't have a tiny fluffy creature in your life, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but if tiny fluffy creature missing, ain't one. Alright, let's put a little mine right there. Heyo! Ooh, Kawa convert. Yeah! Perfect. So now it's going to get the production boost from the... Ooh! Too bad we already have amber. Do we have amber? Did we ever get this amber? We did get that amber. Okay. Aha! Okay. Hello. So Naval Tradition gives Harbour Adjacency. Perfect. We could drop Urban Planning because the Harbour Adjacency is going to be worth so much more. Somehow I accidentally won the aid request because I forgot to check in on it. Okay, so we have a lot of our basic cards online. I'm just trying to remember. I got to remember how to play this game. All right, we got Envoy here at Mercenaries. Okay, let's say in theory we want to get the Civil Engineering. Should we pick up Mercenaries? I mean, it's not bad. Okay, so we got a temple in El Kuru. I think my neighbor's got a new dog because that dog has not been barking before today. All right, we're going to get a Gurdwara. Now that dog is doing nothing but barking. But barking. All right, let's grab a shipyard right there. Then we have the stable in Tombos. We have the harbor. We have the encampment. I don't know what else we should build in here. I guess we could build a spy. A spy seems reasonable. I would love to be Susan of Ayutthaya. It's so much culture. Culture is so valuable. Crazy. I'm baffled by how people undervalue culture to the point where they don't build their monuments. Like that blows my mind. You know who else blows me? It's your mom. Oh shit. Dude, there's actually like a sick tundra city up here. We've got like honey. Do. Oh, honey, honey. I think we will go for the spy first before we start doing any settler shenaniganry. Oh my god, there's also potential whole tundra area up here that no one settled. Okay, so harbor shipping. Let's go ahead and repair that shipyard. We got the shipyard in Shat. I totally shat myself. No. Why am I like this? I don't know. I kind of like who I am. I don't like it. Listen. What if we built... We don't want an encampment. What do we want in here? There's nothing really we can get for adjacency reasons.
I still can't believe. I know someone is building the Colosseum over here. I swear I saw it. I didn't make that up. There's an easy way to do this. Oh, the search mechanic. You love it. Yeah, it's being built here in Sausa, so there's no point trying to go for the Colosseum. We should probably take the time to get ironworking and engineering before heading for square rigging into industrialization, because we can kind of think about, do we want to build an industrial zone? Is this floodplains? I don't think it is. Should I build my holy site buildings, or should I spend my time doing something else? Honestly, at this point, it might be good for me to get a settler or two. I think it's just fun to... I just really like settling. I don't think it's like strategically necessarily always the correct decision, but it is really fun to settle cities. And that's one of the key things that I hate about the settlement limit in Civ 7, is that it feels like the game is saying, like, you know that really fun thing to do where you settle lots of cities and you get lots of them? It's like, pow, and then it punches you in the face. It's like, that's what you get for thinking that's fun. And I'm like, what the hell, dude? I was having a good time until you ruined the party by punching me in the face. All right, so there is a barb over here. We are going to need to deal with that. Unlucky. We're going to grab Reina because we want the +1 era score, but more importantly, we want to have another governor. We're going to put that one into Nuri. Mostly for the amenity stat stick, basically. Oh, I should probably purchase some more luxuries. Blap, blap, blap. 9 cities are happy, which is getting us a 10% yield bonus, 20% growth. We have 2 envoys to spend. I mean, we would love to be in control of Yerevan. You know what? Yerevan actually doesn't seem so out of reach anymore now that this is down to 7. I think she took Amani out of this city. So we could go up to 6 here, get a big pump in our faith. And if we can get suzerainty of Yerevan, we can do some pretty crazy dunking on these nerds. We would... Basically, it would allow us to do a lot of... when we finally declare war on Georgia, it would make converting their cities a lot easier, which is like worth infinite era score, by the way. If you convert cities at war. It's like free victory points. Not victory points, era score. Not the same thing. They're kind of the same thing. They're similar. All right, 6. So we repaired the shipyard in Napata. It's going to be 10 turns until you grow. I mean, I do want settlers, but I also don't want to build settlers, and I also want settlers, and I don't want to build settlers, and I don't want to build settlers. I don't want to build builders because I don't have the builder card plugged in right now. We don't really have a way to make the city grow faster. It's kind of growing as fast as we can get it. I wish I could just say, hey, don't do anything for 10 turns. So I'm just going to do harbor shipping for 3 sequences to keep that place busy for a bit. Okay, engineering, aqueducts, catapults, Machu Picchu, perfect. We got a shipyard in Sadainga. That's a beautiful thing to see. 3rd district, probably not necessary. We could get a pretty decent campus in here. 1, 2, 3. We can't get further than this. I reckon we could go for more settlers. We also want to get units. Tell you what I'll do. I'll build up a Taddy Archer to be sent up to the north here to clear these out. Maybe make a couple of those so that we can clear them. Go grab that fish. In Kawa, let's buy the fish tiles to improve. Hello, somehow we found what looks to be... No, just a tribal village. It looked like I got the continent, like new continent found pop up there for a second. But I was like, there's no way that that's a new continent. That just doesn't make any sense. I don't want to go to joint war. Go away. AI asking me for deals that I don't care about. Chancery in Moreau. Looks like we got hit by a tornado, so we'll spend a bit of time doing some repairs. I wish I could queue up multiple repairs, please. Civilization developers, ever want to come back and fix that? We would really appreciate it. The whole community of Civ 6 enjoyers who still play your game. I reckon, here's what I think they should do. I think they should bring out a Civ 6 sub, where it's basically like, if you like the game, you pay a 5-month sub. That's it, and there's nothing expected in return. And basically... the hope is that whoever makes decisions at Civilization HQ sees that there are 20,000 people paying $5 a month for Civ 6 technical updates. Like, that would be so nice. I would like my trade routes to be better. Usually admirals get banned, so I will just... I'm gonna ban scientists. I'm hope the AI will go with me on that one. Admirals got banned and Yongle won. That's life. But knowledge of machinery is advanced thanks to the Potato Archer. We'll send one up this way. All right, we repaired our holy site. We can get to work on the shrine in the capital. We do like Potato Archers, so let's get some more. Boom, there's the fish. Lovely Kawa. I think I'll hold on to my money. because it would be nice to boost Kawa. This guy's technically not a debater. I'll vote up the Victoria aid request, and then we'll immediately send her 1 gold per turn. There you go. That should that should win that one. Oh, I love this game. All right, repair the temple. Shipyard completed in Kerma. Quickly crack out another settler as well. We got the spy in Tombos. Now we wanted to send this one to Yerevan. It takes 16 turns. That's so insane. We'll make a settler in here. We're slow building these settlers without production boosting cards. I need you to slow build this lighthouse. Actually, I'm going to purchase the lighthouse and then see if we can't get the money to buy the shipyard this turn. All right, give me cash. Give me cash. Using the AI as my own personal bank feels good, man. So we had a little bit of cash from the AI. Boom. There's the shipyard. We love to see that. Pow. Moreau, 5 food 3 production. Is it time to start switching to Vessel banking trades? I don't think that's necessary until we have democracy. And there is a question here of, do we want to go for democracy or do we want to go for fascism? Are we going to go for the kill? We'll have a little think about that.
You must not lose faith in
There's humanism.
Humanity is like an ocean.
Beautiful. We'll repair the Gurdwara. We got the Patati Archer. Send you to the north. Let's get another Patati Archer. They're cheap and they should still be able to clear barbs. In my capital, I would like to get an Inquisitor because a couple of my cities have been converted, which I find incredibly annoying. We're still exploring the world with our Great Admiral and this Caravel that we got our hands on. Also a galley over here. A little gentle eruption. Just a little gentle eruption. In our capital, we finished... Okay, let's grab that university. Repair that temple. Can you convert this back? Yes, you can. Let's use that to buy an Inquisitor. And I'd love to get this kill. Do it. And then I wish I could delete that unit. I can't, but I wish I could. Okay, coming into Sadinga, I think we were just doing a repair. We were also making Patati Archers and stuff. We built a shrine in Kawa. We'll get the temple as well. Can you Inquisition this? Lovely. And perfect. Inquisition this. Clear out those old belief systems. We're getting 15 signs from our religion. That's always nice. So there's 6 people in this city, 2 following the wrong religion. If we Inquisition, it's now 1 person following the wrong religion. That is an interesting outcome. Shackleton's grave is where you'll find a knave. Okay, great job exploring, Mr. Caravel. God, I'm just going to hit the auto explore button on you because I'm lazy. Sadinga, we want to hit this with an Inquisitor because we want to try and like fill the empty space of religious belief in here. Don't let this guy stalemate you. Get him out of here. We'll eventually convert Tombos. Trade route at Moreau, 5 food 3 production. That's a beautiful trade route. It's exactly the kind of trade route we want to see. Rear Admiral von Schlieffen. Hey, we circumnavigated. Feels good, man. Could be heading up for a potential heroic age. It is like the Industrial Age is one of the worst heroic ages from my memory, but it's also like one of the easiest to achieve. Let's get that Gurdwara. We have a settler now. We do another settler. There's a few cities up here. Like if we do the plan, so we could settle here or here. I reckon this island, we should settle it like this, right? We should settle the city center right here. There should be a Nubian period right there. The harbor should go there. And that's kind of what it should look like to begin with. They'll probably get another district of some kind somewhere in here in this situation. But this is what it should be. And then we got fish. We got all sorts of nice stuff. This one, on the other hand, is harder. I don't think it makes much of a difference. I think there is an advantage to settling on the maze. And settling on the maze also gives us a really good harbor. So like settling here plus this, boom, gives us a really good harbor, which is a nice trade route. Then I'm thinking this is going to be a 3-city island. So we need to figure out a way to break this up into 3 settlements. We either settle on the horses or not. Let's say we do settle the horses. It's a great city. It's a great horse city. Gotta say, I like it. It's got a good harbor. Fabricated scandal in here. It's probably pretty low chance that it's successful. I don't think I've ever had fabricated scandal actually work for me. We are Sioux of Yerevan, so we can actually be super annoying now in recruiting apostles. Do we want an aqueduct in this city? I don't think we do. I think food is more important than anything in this city just because it's struggling to grow. So I'm going to say food first. Do another harbor ship for me. No! England! Perfidious Albion! You son of a bit! Ever since I knew the weakness of my flesh, I have hated the English. The English. I don't think there's a point in building Taj Mahal. I don't think we need to... We take another 3 pops to grow this city to build another district. I don't think we need to do that either. We could hit up some campus research grants. What are we looking at in terms of potential science here? We're looking at industrial era. Dmitry Mendeleev. He's probably going to pop. Mostly we built this for the strong science income, but the naval air strategy is potentially alive here. All right, Apostle. Wait a minute. Aren't I Suzerain of Yerevan? No, I'm not. I'm not Suzerain yet. So fun fact, there's like a weird hidden mechanic with Apostle promotions, which is that any Apostle promotion that you haven't chosen on an Apostle yet will always appear in their promotion list. Or rather, if I were to choose Orator, until I have chosen every other promotion as well, you know what? It's actually hard to explain the mechanic. But basically, the game tries to force you to pick a diverse set of promotions, which is why there's kind of a weird thing that you can do, which is actually you roll a couple of apostles until you get a bad promotion, and then you pick that one, and then you pick all of the bad promotions with the first few apostles, and then you mass buy as many apostles as possible, and they will have all the good promotions. Is basically how you can manipulate the system. Do I have a natural wonder? We do. So we can use Pilgrim. All right, built a university in here. You know, what if I just built more settlers? Well, I am kind of building more settlers, and it's not going to do much. I guess it's time to start pre-building chariots to be turned into tanks. The old chariot pre-build. Civ 6 Classic. I want to know... I want to see that fucking Soviet factory where a dude rolls in on a donkey chariot and rolls out in a T-34. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see that. I mean, technically with the power of AI, we can do that now. But I don't, we don't use the tools of the enemy. God, so much has happened in the last year since we've played Civ 6. The world has changed, and not necessarily for the better. So much has happened that everyone hates. Do we want railroads? Railroads are nice. You do get era score for it. We're more interested in getting to flight. Now, there is a universe where we go for early electricity to get our seaports up. It's worth a lot of gold per turn, plus 2 gold in all coast toss of the city. That's a crazy sim bonus. It's not quite as good as shipyards. It would, in theory, delay flight, but it would give us crazy gold to purchase ships with. We could also do some marine shenanigans. I think we're going to do an electricity rush. Where are privateers? Yeah, so we'll build 2 privateers to boost that. We're going to do an electricity rush, go for seaports. The big advantage of seaports is the plus 2 gold on coast tiles, which, if you look at the water that I'm working across my empire, we're working a decent amount of water tiles. So that's a pretty significant amount of cash. Yeah, I'm making heavy chariots to turn them into tanks. What of it? Let's get the Gurdwara in here. Perfect. We have 2 envoys. We take suzerainty of Yerevan. And I don't think we care about Akkad. We don't care too much about Cardiff either. We would like to have 6 envoys in Samarkand. So I'll put an envoy in there, even though, technically speaking, I don't think I should be really spending envoys. You should always hold on to your envoys until you can get a significant change in the board state. It is the correct decision. My troops are merely passing by for now, England. Look at where they settled, dude. They settled specifically to piss me off. That's just magic. Napata finished harbor shipping. Holy Site Harbor. Do we save for aerodromes? You don't really have a flat tile in here. We could go industrial zone for mass boat recruitment. Java Barkal isn't terrible either. We'll build that trade route. Why not? AI got here just at the same time as me, man. Yeah, heavy chariots. Make tanks. There's shipyard in El Karu. We may as well build a campus because it's there. Sadainga, I don't know, man. We could put a district right here. That would boost the harbor. Build the industrial zone to buff our production sim so we can build overwhelming numbers of units in the late game, which is the vague / general plan. I can't believe they did this to me. Can't believe they scarfed up that location on me just as I got to it. Too. They had all that time to get there ahead of me. And they only got there a smidge ahead of me. All right, we found it governed by Beavis and Butthead, believe it or not. It looks like we met someone new. What are my quests? Trade route to Akkad, Cardiff. Military engineering. I don't even know what that one is. Religious conversion with Ayutthaya. That actually should be pretty straightforward. Do ascend aid for the sake of getting diplomatic victory points. We built a trader here. I'm trying to remember which city doesn't have a trade route yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cities. 9 cities, 10 trade routes. Plus this one. Heh. Let's spend our gold in Heh to get it up and running. I'll do an encampment training in Tombos. We got a trader in Napata. That was the plan. We'll do a harbor shipping. Can't do harbor shipping. There's no point in doing harbor shipping. We'll build 2 privateers in here's. You may establish an embassy in my capital, Yongle the Good. Shoot him. Why would you go in the water? Trade with Moreau. Go. Silly archers. You silly archers. Water is for boats. All right, Renaissance era ends in 5 turns, which is honestly really crazy fast. We're under attack. Run away. Not a lot happening in my empire on a turn-by-turn basis. Just a lot of like telling units to go to sleep. And then like a little bit of exploration happening. Exploration is useful. If we tried really hard, we could almost certainly get a heroic age. It's just the industrial age, heroic age, this is so pointless. I will build a workshop in Sedinga because I want extra production. Finish the Gurdwara in here. We could go for the campus. That would hurt our production, but honestly not as much as it could. The extra science generation would be really useful, as it would speed up our acquisition of flight and advanced flight, which are the 2 really important parts there, being key components to our naval air strategy that we're pursuing. No, Georgia, you're gonna pay. I'm sorry, I thought my people were welcome. It's God's will that your people will follow my religion, so you can just stay mad. I look forward to converting her cities at war. Yeah, our mission is to kill Georgia this game. That's really my victory condition. And then after that, it's just like whatever we feel like doing. She's denouncing me. Oh no, I'm being denounced. I'm Tim Curry, and I'm being denounced by the AI. Marvelous. We do want to send... Who was it to again? It was to England. Perfidious Albion, once again. The thorn in my side. I'll send them 2 GPT to get top aid request again, because I want those Diplo victory points. Not that I necessarily want a Diplo victory. It's just that I could never take the humiliation of losing a Diplo victory to the AI. We could build a Panama Canal, but it would connect these 2 cities. That's so weird. It's funny that Panama Canal can only be built on flatland when it very clearly goes through like mountainous terrain. Just saying, Civ developers, move this apostle over. We will give him the proselytizer. Proselytize is so damn good. Basically turns him into an international inquisitor. Ooh, international inquisitor. Fuck, that sounds like such an awesome... That sounds like a movie. International Inquisitor. His faith knows no borders. Have you been saying your prayers? I would watch International Inquisitor. That'd be a fucking great movie. Is this like a modern day guy who goes around arresting people for not believing in God or whatever? I don't know. I don't think the Inquisition was really about God. You know what? I'm becoming radicalized. I think most uses of force is not really about the thing they say they're using force about. I don't think the Inquisition was about people believing in God. I think it was about some other shit, and that like this is just me learning. Every time I learn about a thing in history, it's like the surface level take is like, oh yeah, this was a religious conflict. And then when you dig deeper, it's like this was actually like an ethno-religious conflict. And then when you dig even deeper, this is like, oh yeah, this is like the new guard wanted to erase the power of the old guard because they wanted to have more power for themselves. And I'm like, I knew it. This was someone coming in here to grab power for themselves. It's every time. I'm just going to build ancient walls in here because I can. We'll do an encampment training in Tombos because we would like to get a great General. Rani Lakshmi would be nice. That's what my city is called. My city is called... We'll settle here. And we'll settle here, and we'll conquer here. The English have spiked my ire. My life for ire. My wife for hire. Does anyone else remember that from StarCraft? You mishear it. Hey, no. Don't eat the sock that I left in my office. Bunny rabbit, no pooping in the corner. You want to poop, you go downstairs. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, girl. Go, girl. Come on. So I haven't had time to like set up extra litter boxes for the bunny rabbit. She's like mostly free roaming, wandering through the house now. By the way, I bought a house. I got married and bought a house. So I haven't set one in my office yet because I want to do a bit of renovations because new house. Who dis? Not a new house, but the house is newly mine. And yeah, sometimes when she's upstairs because her litter box is downstairs, she's like, I need to go for a poop or a pee. And then she'll like find a corner and go. But if you like catch her and you just say, come on, let's go downstairs to your litter box, she'll just go. Because it's not like she knows that she's a very clean rabbit. It's just that the litter box is so far away. I'm like, I get it, bro. I'm lazy too. So all you got to do is offer her a treat and she'll run downstairs and go poop in the right place. So the solution to that, I think, is just to have a second litter box up here in my office that she can easily access. Because she's like the cleanest rabbit I've ever seen. She's only had, like she's practically full-time free roam in this house. And I think she's had 3 accidents. And the hilarious thing is, 2 of them were in a toilet. And she tried to she peed in the corner of the toilet and then tried to like pull toilet paper over it. I was like, I know it was probably just the fact that the toilet paper was nearby. These were not connected behaviors, but it was the closest I've ever like started to believe that an animal had like human level sentience. And like, she was like, I peed in the corner, I must put tissue on it. But really what happened was she peed in the corner and the tissue was nearby and she nibbled on it and some of it landed in her pee. Anyway, rabbit dad stuff. We built a privateer. Most of our late game fleet is going to be comprised of, what are they called? Destroyers. Also, I 100% think there should be a version of the machine gunner called like, I don't know, drone operator based on how the information warfare age has been going. It would fit right here with telecommunications, in my opinion. So we got privateers. What else do we want to do? The problem is that I want to build ironclads because I don't want to burn coal. So I want to find 6 turns. I want to do something for 6 turns that is useful. I guess I could build a settler. It's whatever. Fine. Build a settler. Do it. Campus in here. We'll grab that library. Every little trickle of science we can get will shave a few turns off from when we can actually activate our war machine. We should probably build a shrine temple, etc. in here. We need to escort these settlers safely. That's 1, 2 settlers. There's a settlement here. It's the final. Food. Is food more important than production in the capital? I think food is more important than the production in the capital. So we'll trade with El Kuru. You guys missed the singing. I bet you missed the singing. Someone out there missed the singing. They were calling for it to come back, baby. Hey, baby. All right, we converted the city against all better judgment. I think there should be an option for players to convert to atheism with the invention of communism and then just start like repressing religious people. It was like, no more religion, get it out of here. Historical accuracy in my video game. But again, I bet that wasn't even, well, maybe it was a bit of it was about like the old power structures being tied up in religion, man. It wasn't about like, oh, these people believe the wrong stuff. That was part of it, but like the big thing was the power in the church is, corrupt, etc. It's always about the new guy trying to put down the old guy. That's what it's always about. We can do Heartbeat of Steam. We'll get a lot of aero score out of that. So we have Civil Engineering. It's a governor title, Statue of Liberty. We do have a better builder card now. We kind of want to get to totalitarianism if we can. I'm trying to think, there's culture from somewhere in here that we can actually make a lot of use of. We do also like the fish boat production here. That's really good. So we'll grab colonialism because better fishing boats is, well, better is better, right? That's just how that works. I'll run a campus research grant in my capital. I don't know if we necessarily need factories. Can we look at our overlap modes here? This is like a 2-city overlap. I don't think that's worth a factory. That's like 6 production. It's not terrible. It's also just not great. I'll tell you what we can do, however, if we built an aqueduct, we would make this a much better industrial zone, which is great. Geez, I don't know who to upgrade here. We could go for Pingala. Surplus logistics goes crazy if we put that into our capital. So let me go ahead and reassign you to Moreau. And then we'll assign Pingala to Shat. Did I lose suzerainty of Ayutthaya again? Get the hell out of here. You gotta let me into your borders. I don't know why I'm from Boston. Hey, I'm Boston here. Oh, that sounds like I'm busting here. I'm from Boston. Listen, we're getting unhinged. We're into the churn. We're into the churn. Churn, 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 churn. Oh, yeah. Boston makes me feel good. Ah! Run! Horse, run! All right, shrine, temple. Boom. Easy decision. Builder, sleep. Easy decision. Inquisitor, inquisit. Invigilate your mind. I'll invigilate these nuts. Can't go into their borders because they don't think I'm your friend. I can't go into your borders because you don't think I'm your friend. I can't go into your borders because you don't think I'm your friend. I've got builders to go asleep in. I'm going to buy myself a builder. I've got a private ear. Oh, dude, if you pay for a therapist, you've got a private ear. You're paying money for someone to listen to you. That's a fucking great joke. There's a banger joke in there somewhere. I can't believe I just thought of that. That's a freebie. Don't steal my joke. You got to let me workshop that one and tell it. Everyone here agrees to not steal that retroactively upon hearing it. But I've definitely never heard someone say, I've never heard someone do the privateer joke before. God. Oh, it's got to be like when Blackbeard went to a therapist. He thought he was paying for a private ear. Something like that, right? Come on. We got to workshop that one. Venetian Arsenal. Best wonder in the game. Must be built on a coast that's adjacent to an industrial project. Yeah, so that's double boat cheeked on a Thursday afternoon, which is just majestic. Oh, nobody built Balim. I'm half tempted to build it just for fun. It would crush a fish tile. I'm sorry, baby, I don't want to crush no fish tiles. Oh, girl. I don't like how weak my culture is. My culture is dog water. And culture is actually really important for nationalism and mobilization and getting fascism. So do we get ourselves a theater, interior crocodile theater? I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. I think we do. We got ourselves a couple of theater squares to try to make that work. University. Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. God, why is that so... I'm pretty sure that was just like some rapper just trying to say unhinged things that rhymed. But God, it's so good. When you've got rhythm, man, you've got it. That guy had it. There's nothing you can do to stop a man with that kind of rhythm. Well, except for like 9 bullets, I guess. Like if you're going like the... Although even that didn't stop Fiddy. That's all I'm saying. I actually don't know... I am such a rap tourist, okay? I don't know any of the real lore behind rap, but I do... Listen, I fuck with Afro Man, okay? I actually had if last year hadn't been so bad for me from a mental health point of view, I probably would have made enough money to where I could have paid for Afro Man to come play my wedding. So listen, and I would have done it too. God, 33 albums hitting like thunder. One hit wonder. I hit the blunt and just wonder. Dude, if it turned out that Afro Man watched my YouTube videos, I would call that shit like, that's mission accomplished right there. I grew up listening to him. I think I was 11 or 12 years old when I heard crazy rap. Colt 45 and 2 zigzag, baby, that's all we need. We can go to the park after dark and smoke that tumbleweed. And as the marijuana burns, we can take our turn singing them dirty rap songs. God, I wish I could sing like him. He's got a voice of a weed smoking angel. Let's build a factory here. Anyway, I think that's gonna be a raptory, because next episode we're gonna get access to the seaport. We're gonna pump up our gold income, big style, and then we're gonna start looking to maybe go to war with Georgia. I think the trigger for going to war with Georgia is gonna be bombers, and so that's gonna be entirely dependent on whether or not we find aluminum. If we don't find aluminum, we're gonna have to make a new plan. But the revenge for her stealing Feed the World will be enacted. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I love you all very much. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.